What is considered socially unacceptable for no reason? Not getting someone a gift when they say that they don't want anything. I hate that. I legitimately don't want anything. Don't give me a gift. If you feel bad, get me a card. I save all my cards. Running everywhere instead of walking. When I see someone running that looks like they shouldn't be, not wearing running gear, I admittedly do assume suspicion. College campus is the one place this doesn't look out of place, and airports. When I was at university, I saw a guy was past me on a Razor scooter, in his pajamas and a fanny pack. My instant and sincere thought was, that is a smart man. My dad gets super offended when I put my elbows on the table. I still don't know why. Edit, for those of you wondering if it's cause my dad was beaten for not having table manners, no. While my grandpa was a drunk, he didn't beat his children. Plus, my dad puts his elbows on the table and doesn't reprimand anyone but me. He flicks or hits my elbows of the table when I do it. It comes from partial education and lack of nuance. It's generally accepted by etiquette experts that resting your forearms or elbows on the edge of the table between bites is fine. What the original rule was trying to prevent was putting your elbows on the table so you could hunker down for a good food shoveling like a goddamned barbarian. Source: my grandmother was an etiquette expert. She got a degree in everything. She even taught classes. In some places, calling in sick because it's letting down the team, or whatever. Fuck off, I'm sick as a dog. There's little I will accomplish other than feeling like death warmed up. So you aren't missing out on much. Plus I could spread whatever I've got to coworkers, then we're all sick. If I am sick, you shouldn't want me at work, because then everyone else will get fucking sick and it ruins productivity in the office. The only possible reason for demanding a doctor's note is if you think for some reason I am lying about being sick. And considering I'm sick, I'm not going to get one. Because fuck you, I'm sick. So what makes you think I'm leaving the house for a stupid bit of paper? Standing on a roof, sometimes. Why can't I stand on my dang roof? It's my business if I break my legs. What's going on here? I feel like there's some deep-rooted tension between you and someone who won't let you stand on your roof. Like, do your neighbors not like it when you stand on your roof? No, they do not. Got the cops called on me, even though that makes no sense. Wait, you were standing on your roof alone and someone called the cops on you? Imagining that in my head is the funniest thing ever. This is 911, what's the emergency? My neighbor is on his roof. Well, is he in immediate danger or causing any sort of disruption? Well, no. He's just standing there, menacingly. Skipping as an adult. It's unfortunate because it is faster than walking and much more fun than running. Being honest when asked, how are you? I mean, you can be honest without unpacking your whole baggage, and it's still socially acceptable. How are you? Been better. Sorry man, hope it turns up. Refusing generosity. It's perfect alright to politely decline, even though others would vilify you for being ungrateful and cold. I was raised to always refuse generosity. It's crazy how it varies depending on country family. Same, I was taught that people are only offering to be polite, and don't actually want to do what they're offering. This one is super cultural. Wearing a surgical mask when you are sick to prevent giving the illness to others. It's socially acceptable in Japan, it's even encouraged. 40+ male at a playground. Yes, I have no partner. Yes, that's my 6-year-old kid having a blast. No, I'm not a pedo, but thank you for your questions and passive glares. Which one's yours? I don't know yet. Leaving without giving in. Acceptable. Song and dance about why you are leaving. With leaving because you have basically reached your limit with socializing being not a good enough reason. People who can stand to be around other people for huge amounts of time. More power to you. But me? I can't do that, and I don't want to have to make up an excuse to do so. Being the first person to get up from your chair when snacks are brought into a meeting room. There's always that one hero that does it though so others can get in line. Because I'm scared of looking like I'm starving or like I'm fat. Waking up at 11 a.m. or later. I'm not lazy. My responsibilities are taken care of. I stay up late and value my sleep hours. I stay up until 6 a.m. and wake up at 2. I'm a self-employed artist and I'm most productive at night. Even as a kid I always stayed up, slept in. People assume I'm lazy, but I'm not productive at all in the morning. So fuck that noise. Night owls FTW. Standing backwards in an elevator. I've never thought about this before. It is weird and I don't know why. Going out for dinner by yourself. I do this often, especially eating sushi because a lot of my friends don't like it. I say screw it and just go. I usually read a book as well if I don't want to talk to people. Having fun as an adult. Fun has no expiration date. You don't suddenly no longer qualify for fun and have to live a life of watching the news and drinking coffee. People shame adults for doing fun things and that's absolute fucking bullshit. Yes, I'm 38 and I enjoy swings, jumping on trampolines, having a balloon with helium. People looks at me like if I'm mad or being childish, but when they try it with me they enjoy it too. Not answering your own door. When there's like a salesman at someone's door, they won't want to answer but they will act like no one is home and be really quiet so the person outside the door doesn't hear them. But it's your house. I could just stare at a salesman out the window as he rings my bell. Who cares? It's my house. I don't have to answer my own door, for whatever reason I deem acceptable. You came to my house, not the other way around. My neighbor also came to my house the other day, rang my doorbell, and I was trying to put my son down for a nap so I didn't go down. But then she messaged my wife and was like, "Hey, your garage is open. I can see someone is home. Why didn't you answer?" So then my wife messages me asking why I didn't answer. What the fuck? For whatever reason I choose. I had a good one this time, but maybe I'm asleep. Maybe I'm taking a shower, or a shit, or in the backyard, or maybe I'm scratching my nuts on the couch. Maybe fuck yourself. It's my house. You took your shot to see if I'd answer and I didn't. Move on. Using swings playground equipment as an adult. I friggin' love going on the swings. I'm 30 and it still fascinates me that I can quickly and easily get 10 to 15 feet, or higher, in the air with some simple leg movement. One day I was at a fairly deserted local park on the swings having the time of my life. Suddenly Karen shows up with her 2 ankle biters, hands on her hips, and yells at me, "What are you doing on there? The swings are for the kids, not adults." My tax dollars pay for these swings, and there's no sign saying that I can't, so I'll use them as much as I damn well please whenever I want. How much tax did little Johanathan and little Kimberly pay last year? None? Guess they can't use the swings either. Edit, don't let your inner kid die. Nothing wrong with getting a little high now and then. Apparently self-defense isn't allowed in schools. I guess I just have to accept the beating. I say it's better to take a school punishment and show the bully who's he messing with, than getting abused for the rest of the years at the school. Talking about the money you make your salary. I've talked about salary with coworkers a few times in my career. A couple times I found out I was underpaid. I asked for more money on my next review and was given what I asked. Sometimes companies overpay new hires when they're desperate for somebody good. The worst thing that can happen is their best, most experienced employees find out about it. Salary secrecy is always beneficial to the company, never to the employee. Walking your cat. Reminds me when some old man yelled at me and wanted to call the cops, because cats aren't dogs and you can't walk them. Get a goldfish, put it in a fishbowl, put the fishbowl in a wagon, walk the fish. Stare old man in the eyes as you do so. Showing distaste for one's family in any way, shape, or form. My aunt and uncle have both tried to drown me. Every time I express my dislike for them I always hear, "Wow, I guess you're not very family-orientated. That's very heartless of you. I'm sure you don't mean it." I sure as hell mean it. Just because you're in the same family as me I'm not bound by law to like you or to pretend that I do. Family members can be assholes to you and people need to understand that. Laying down in public. Context and location is key here. Are you in the middle of the street, in the park on the grass, on a shop floor, or somewhere else people wouldn't generally expect someone to be lying down? Yes. Going to the movies alone. When I was abroad for a year I went to the cinema by myself all the time. You choose the movie and the time, no compromises. You don't talk during the film anyways, so there really is no need to drag someone along. Do it, it's great. Napping at work during my lunch break. I don't really need food in the afternoon. What I really need is a nap. There are a ton of rules around clothing that are completely arbitrary nonsense. And I don't even just mean workplace dress codes and gendered clothing that are obvious bullshit. Even in casual situations, jeans and a flannel shirt are normal. But if you wore plaid flannel pajama pants and a denim shirt, you would look psychotic. That's just an excuse for you to go out to buy groceries in your pajamas, and I respect it. Being single. Some people are okay not being in a relationship for some time and are perfectly happy, but other people just don't understand that. What is considered socially unacceptable for no reason? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.